Welcome to the Z-Lister podcast. I'm your host, Austin, and I'm joined by my co-host, Adam,
Welcome back, guys. What's up?
and my other co-host, Maynard.
Hey guys.
And today we have another review for you guys. It's part of our Is It Bad series. Today we are reviewing the movie Tusk. This movie came out in 2014. And before we do that review, let's do our weekly segment of what we're watching. Maynard, what we haven't seen you in a couple weeks. So what
I
have you been up
know.
to? What have you been watching?
I actually have not been watching anything. I have been really, really busy. But I honestly the only thing I've been watching has been My Hero Academia
Mm,
and the movie that we're gonna talk about tonight.
mhm, mm.
It's good. Continue. You can finish My Hero within like a month or so.
Kind
Just
of.
stick it out.
It's gonna be my summer show for sure.
Mm.
I'm gonna be watching it a lot next week because next week at school I don't have anything to do. So I'm gonna be putting it on my screen and then I'm gonna be pretending to do work all
Mm.
next week.
The movies are good too, so you need to watch it.
All right.
Yeah. Adam, what have you been watching?
Um, Besides this one, about a couple hours ago, what did I watch this week? I mean, nothing much really. Just dabbled into lots of shows. Just of course One Piece, and then a lot of it has been just like on YouTube recently, just kind of figuring out since switching them back how to fucking work this damn editing software that I don't have to do on my iPad no more.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough last night trying to edit that video.
Yeah. Um, I've only watched one movie. We watched Caught Stealing. Came out last
Mm.
year with Darren Aronofsky and Austin Butler.
Yeah, but Austin Butler, yeah.
A lot of famous actors actually are in that. It was okay. It was decent. I was telling my fiance that I don't think Darren Aronofsky's made a movie that I'm like really, really enjoy since like 2010.
Mm.
Oh.
And so, um, but
You know
yeah,
what I've
so,
actually been watching? It's been trailers. Last
oh,
night I
really?
spent a good hour just on Amazon Prime looking at trailers
Hmm.
for a
Oh,
shit ton of movies. Let me
mm,
tell you, some of those trailers are not good. Or some of those trailers just show the whole movie.
yeah, yeah. That's why I can't watch them, man. Like, I want to watch these Backrooms trailers because I don't know.
Gives
Like,
nothing away. Gives nothing away.
really? Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't
Unless you
believe
like
Adam when
really
it comes to spoiler stuff. I
unless you
don't.
really know the lore, then I'm sure there's nothing but it's like it just shows
See,
yellow rooms.
that's what I'm saying. Like there's something in there that's not just yellow rooms and it's like I
It's
don't
just
want to
yellow
know.
rooms.
I don't want to know. But yeah, so I watched Caught Stealing. But okay. So, let's get into this review. So before we really dive deep into the spoiler field, let's just give our initial thoughts. Maynard, this was your girlfriend's recommendation.
Yes.
And you said you watched it with her. So how did you feel about watching this movie?
Uh, I love the practical effects.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Justin Long.
Okay.
I can say the twist in these movies or the shocking moments, you can very easily know that they're gonna happen because they're not that hard to like really figure
Hmm.
out. I will say I did fall asleep for like 10 minutes in this
Mm,
movie, and
mm,
there's a small portion of where I fell asleep, but then yeah, I mean it's a movie. It's weird movie.
hmm.
I don't think it's terrible by any means, but it's a weirdly slow movie at times too.
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
good middle to end part of it was it dragged a
Yeah.
good bit. It kind of steered away from the main story and kind of dragged itself, kind of like limping into its way home to the end of the
Hmm.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Adam, what were your first impressions?
So I took the wise words of Austin Sanchez from last week and thought about it. It's like I'm gonna go into this movie. I think it's gonna be a 10 out of a 10 movie. I'm gonna love this movie. Uh, Not high expectations, little to no expectations, so kind of going blind.
Hmm.
Um, I enjoyed the first half of like no, not first half, first third of the movie
Mm,
when it's like building up the suspense and all that stuff, and then like I mentioned already, kind of when it hits the middle part and when stuff is actually happening, and it just kind of doesn't like stick with what's happening. It kind of just veers in its own little journey somewhere else, and
hmm.
that's kind of what dragged the movie on. But I mean, of course, it just kind of got rushed at the end. It kind of just wanted to finish the story, but a lot of this stuff could have been cut out or just not needed in general.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that the first third was your favorite part of the movie. That's my least favorite part of the movie is the first third.
Mm.
But my first,
It hit too close to home because we have a podcast. That's why.
I know, dude. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But no, my first initial, it's not horrible, but it's not good. It's
Yeah.
not good. I could see where you could have fun with this movie, but it's all it's not all over the place, but the direction, like there's some parts that are like supposed to be like serious and they have like dark music, and then there's other parts where it's like whimsical music and it's like funny, and I didn't think they balanced that well. Like if they were trying to balance it out, I didn't think they succeeded at that.
Yeah.
So
My girlfriend said, like, when she first saw the movie, she was excited because she had heard there's like this like very big like psychological thriller, like it's
mhm.
just gonna make you think. And there's a
More
quote,
psychological.
there is a quote in the movie that she pointed out, and she was like, "This is the basis of the movie." And then after that, she checked out. She was like, everything that happened afterwards, she's like, "There's no psychological part of it because of this one quote in the movie."
You want to save it for later? Or you want to say it now?
I can save it for later. I
Okay,
can save
save it
it.
for when we get to that part.
Yeah.
But without further ado, we're gonna get into our spoiler filled review. I mean, this movie's been out for so long, so you know, if you haven't seen it, maybe go watch it based on our first impressions. But okay, so this movie, we start out with Wallace and Teddy, who are podcast hosts, and they run the Not See Party, which is the name of their podcast. I thought that was so dumb, but
Say that 10 times fast.
I know, right? And so we see them that they're arrogant podcast hosts that laugh at people. And we see that at the very beginning of the movie, they laugh at this kid who cuts his leg off with a katana. And I'm just gonna skip really go through this part really quick because it's not that important in the movie. He goes to the kid's house to interview him. Apparently, the kid committed suicide, and this is important because we get to see that Wallace is like an asshole because he immediately gets on the phone and starts complaining that, oh man, the kid, like he could have just stayed alive for a couple more days. Like I want to interview him. Now I'm here for no reason. And so this is where we kind of see that Wallace is not a good
See,
guy.
this part is important. Is what got him over to Canada. That's the whole
I
reason
Uh,
for.
I guess so. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm stupid. But yeah. So, what did y'all think of meeting Wallace? What did y'all was y'all first impression of him?
Go ahead,
I,
Manor.
I just think Justin Long plays these type of characters really well. If you've seen Barbarian, he plays the
Hmm.
same type of
Same guy.
douchebag player
That's the
or
first movie
character.
I thought of. It was that film. I'm like, he plays
Yeah.
such a dick so well.
And that's why I
It
Hmm.
love
fits.
him because it's like I
Yeah.
love Justin Long, but oh my god, his character is an asshole.
Hmm.
Like that's all I gotta say. He's just an asshole.
He's kind of like a snarky, like bitch tone. Like he thinks he's always. He has that like that face where he's like always thinks he's smarter than you type of thing. And
Hmm.
he'll talk like he'll talk try to talk over you the majority of the time just to be right, which
Yeah.
basically he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Justin Long. I didn't like him in the asshole part of this movie. And I like him in Barbarian a lot. I think he's really good in Barbarian. But like I didn't like the first, like I said, that first third where he's really an asshole. I did not like him in that part. Like it wasn't doing it for me. But this is where we see that since he isn't able to interview the kid, he sees a message on a wall in a bar bathroom, And it says, if you want to know, listen to some cool stories and get to know me, follow me here. You could stay here. You can sleep here. And so this is where our movie really picks up. And we meet well, we don't know his real name, but he goes by Howard. And we immediately see that he's just different, weird.
Mhm.
Um, Seems like an old man that just wants to share stories, but obviously we know there's something more sinister. I'll just let you guys know, I thought he was the best part of the movie for me. Howard, I was entertained by him. I thought his quotes were pretty good and like kind of funny, but like in a
Mhm.
serious way. Like he just burst out these quotes in a like Justin Long be like, "Oh yeah, man, that's pretty cool," and he's like, "A man without fear is a man without I don't know passion, something like
I think
that."
that's like the best. That was that's why I enjoyed the first third of it because that was the better
Mhm.
part of the movie that I liked was them Justin Long and Howard like bouncing off of each other. That's
Yeah,
why I enjoyed it.
yeah.
They had good
I thought that was
chemistry.
good acting. Yeah, good
Yeah,
chemistry. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But we Man, okay, so we see Howard offer Wallace a drink, and as Wallace is drinking, you just see him perfectly fine. All of a sudden, he's slurring his words. He barely keeps his eye open. Does not react at all. It just
Mm-mm.
keeps talking to him. He's like, "Really, man, that's crazy." Um, I was annoyed. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, why you cannot tell for one, why are we accepting drinks from strangers? And two, it's tea out of all things. That's like the red flag of it all things. That's the number one thing is like getting poisoned or getting drugs put in there.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
then three, it took so fucking long. Maybe it was like a lighter dose, but like you generally see like if I notice myself getting more sleepy like pretty fast,
mm-hmm.
I would have some sort of reaction.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
This is what made the scene feel pretty long for me because I'm like, man, like, okay, he started yawning 5 minutes ago and they're still talking. And so this scene kind of dragged on a little bit for me. Um, and so, but we also find out that Howard has an infatuation or an appreciation for what's this animal called? I can't think of
Walrus.
Wars.
Walrus. And it keeps a wooden. It's a bone, but it's for a walrus's dick. Um,
Yes.
I thought. See, I'd seen this movie a long time ago, but I don't remember much of it. I thought it was going to be like, oh, okay, he has a sexual fantasy with this walrus.
Hmm.
Does not go that route. It actually says the opposite in the movie. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
this is where we start to see, like, okay, Howard has an infatuation with walruses.
That's my
Um,
first initial thought when I saw that. I was like, oh man, he's about to get it on with
mhm.
Wallace and as a walrus.
Yeah. And so we see that Wallace is drugged. And when Wallace wakes up the next day, his leg's gone. And
Bro.
I love how Howard handed him his drink. Dude, I thought that was so funny. He's like, here. And he's like, oh, my leg, my leg. And he's like, it was a spider. It was a brown recluse. And all the excuses Howard is giving him are like awful dog shit. Like, oh yeah,
I
the
just
doctor's making
love
his rounds.
I love how
It got
like
me so well. Like that his delivery and that scene was really, really funny. I love that one.
This is where the
uh,
movie picked up for me.
Mm.
you know,
Go
I
ahead,
What are you
Rico.
gonna
love
say,
and
Maynard?
I loved in the scene because like towards the end of that whole scene, like he was laughing at the very end, and you can see throughout that whole entire interaction, like he was trying to hold back his laughter.
Yeah.
Like he knew he was just like messing around with him.
hmm Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was all a game. It was all a game.
Dude, when he did the itsy bitsy dude, that got me. That
Bro,
got me. I was like, that was
that
funny
was
as fuck.
yeah,
That
it
was
was. It
good.
was. And so yeah, this is where we Wallace finally wakes up and is like, okay, no, this is not right. I need to see a doctor. I need to call someone. And then Howard gives him all the excuses, and Wallace just keeps drinking that drink. I don't know why. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Just comfort drink, man.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so this is where, Adam, now you can speak on this. Is this where it started getting boring for you? Because this is where we switch to the other characters in the movie.
Yes. That's why I was like, it dragged so like, okay, so when they switched to the perspective of the girlfriend,
Mhm,
like you have that POV of her just like kind of talking to someone, but someone's in the back. I mean,
mhm,
I was confused for a second. I'm like, I don't know who she hell she's talking to. But I'm like, overall, like when she was carrying on the conversation, I kind of picked up on what's going on. My man's
mhm,
just picking up like leftovers, basically what's going on.
mhm,
Um, uh, he's just being that like that guy to shoulder to
mhm.
cry on type of guy.
The
Um,
rebound.
the rebound, which I thought they would be like doing stuff like in the whole movie, like he's trying to get with her, but kind of
Mhm,
like doesn't do that at all. He's kind of
mhm.
just there to support her because she's still like infatuated with Wallace and he still wants her
Right.
to be okay. But yeah, like those scenes kind of dragged on too long. And it's like I'm worried about him. Like, okay, like go brush your teeth and then come stay with me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm
Mhm.
like, what does this scene have to do with anything? But yeah, of course, like that's when Wallace has an opportunity to have grab his phone to call both of them, which in this day and age, I'm sure I can call at least one of you and you motherfuckers will pick up.
Yeah, yeah.
But
At
this is
least one of us.
2014. But like
Oh,
I
iPhones
get
were around back then, man.
Yeah.
they were around. So why these people to have no outlets at their
Hmm.
bed? Why is it inside the bathroom? Both of
Hmm.
them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you expect it to be the friend?
oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That
Okay.
was
Well, I
not a
mean,
shocker
even
at all.
they showed that before that thing too, because they showed the scene where he's like, "Oh, I'm taking like you're going over to Canada, but I'll be taking her on that date," type of thing. Like, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
To
kind of
the
weird.
museum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. This is. I didn't even think the acting was bad. It was honestly, I was fine with this.
Acting
Like,
was fine.
yeah, acting was fine. I was fine with this. The boyfriend. I didn't think he or the boyfriend, the friend. I didn't really think he needed to be in this movie. Um, but maybe there's a correlation with like the deceitfulness of man because that's basically
Hmm.
Howard's whole thing is that man is evil. So maybe there's some of that in there, but yeah, no. Like I said, this part of the movie I was enjoying, like the second half, and so yeah, so we go back and forth between
Oh, Maynard,
his girl.
what did you think about this part?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I didn't like it. My girlfriend, like throughout the whole entire scene, she's like, "Do you want me to spoil it? You're not gonna believe who it is." So I was like, I can piece two and two together. And then
Yeah,
when it was Teddy, I
I
was
think
like, "Of
Maynard,
course
you're
it
smart enough to figure
is."
it out.
uh, I think even adding to Adam's point, I don't, I really don't think Teddy was even like that important to the story. The girlfriend
Hmm.
makes sense because it does add to not Wallace. What's his name? Yeah, Wallace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wallace. Yeah.
Wallace's character, like he like has like that human aspect because he's like she's trying to make him like be like that old Wallace, the one that was like caring, nerdy, not this like asshole one that became like
Hmm.
a douchebag.
I like the third Wallace better,
The third
personally.
Wallace.
That's crazy.
um, but yeah, no, it's this part of the movie. I didn't the flashback between the girlfriend and Wallace. I liked when Teddy was
Hmm.
involved. I was like, I did not care too much. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
We'll
big
get to
shocker.
it. We'll get to it in a bit, but that's where it lost me. I was like, oh my
Uh,
God, this is like
Mm.
dragging.
there's
Even
another
though I
flashback
was
that
like,
lost me.
I'm like, who's that? I'm like, oh
Mm.
my God, that's who it is. I'm like, oh my God,
Hmm.
that one surprised me, but I was like, I don't know why that character was added for this reason. I don't know why.
Um, yeah, so once we get the perspective of Allie, the girlfriend, we go back to Wallace, and as these guys were saying, that Wallace was able to get his phone and call them. They didn't pick up. Maynard, what you
Oh,
got?
this part pissed me off so much. He left two like 3 minute long voicemails to both of them.
Could have
He had
called
the
anybody
chance.
else.
The cops. He could have called the cops. Never went through his mind that, hey, you know what? My girlfriend didn't pick up. Let me call the cops real quick. Even if it's American cops, just call them. Let them know
See,
the
that was my first
situation.
thought too. I'm like, I don't know if he's able to like to pick up any like police station if he did call down 911. So I don't know if it's different in Canada. If we do have any Canadian fans, let us know.
Or
Hmm.
What
just
is the
text
emergency
them.
button? It might be 999, but that might be in like in London. That's what it is over there.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah, tech, dude, like they all had iPhones. They call. He could have made at least like 10 calls to people.
Yeah.
Just voicemail. All right, next person. Someone's gonna pick up.
Just
That's
start
what
yapping
that
in those
bugged me too.
voicemails.
Yeah, he was pleading for his life.
Yeah,
That bugged me.
I just looked up. Canada's number is 911.
It is.
Okay,
It
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's literally the
that
same
makes it even
numbers.
worse. That makes it
Yep.
even worse.
Yeah. And so this is where Howard knocks him out again, and tells him, "You are going to
With the
be a
penis.
walrus with the yes with the penis bone." And
He
he's
got
like, "You
dick
will be."
slap.
He did. He did.
God, they did.
He did. And he tells him that you will either be a walrus or you will die. Your choice. And so then there's a little montage of Howard chopping him up and just sewing them together into the walrus suit, which is made out of human skin. And during these scenes, we also see that Howard, his relationship with these walruses is due because of a couple reasons. One, he is severely traumatized, as he states. His walrus was his only friend, and which is wild sentence.
Mm.
And we see that he actually, oh, should I say? Yeah, I'll just say it. We see that he actually kills his walrus. And so
Mm.
there's a whole bunch of emotions there. It was actually like, I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. Like I could buy this. I could buy this.
Yeah.
And so he's just basically trying to recreate his friend, wants his friend back
Mm.
because he hates humans and states that humans are evil. They're just pure evil.
I understood where he was coming from, and in a
Mhm.
way, I was like, it was not like a stupid idea for like
No, it
what
wasn't.
he's having a lot of PTSD and trauma, so this is how
Mhm.
he's manifesting it. But
Yeah.
like at this point, when he got knocked out by the penis bone, I still believe that this was like a sexual relationship that he had with his walrus.
Yep. I still thought it was going to happen. I still thought it was going to
Mhm.
happen. But after that, after we see him sew Wallace into the walrus suit and he starts treating Wallace like a walrus, we get jumped into another or go back to Allie's perspective where they interview with a private detective.
Yeah.
I love this scene. The detective is none other than Johnny Depp,
I did not know
So
A-list.
that.
crazy, so crazy. I was like, what in the world? I was like, that guy looks so familiar, and I recognized the voice. And I pulled up Letterboxd. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking Johnny Depp. I'm in a
Mhm.
random ass like cameo in this movie.
I didn't
And
even
his
know it was
daughter.
him.
I
His
didn't know
daughter
it
was
was
in
him
it
either.
too.
Was
Yeah,
she?
yeah, she's one of
Yeah.
the gas station clerks
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The director's daughter is the taller one in the movie, and then Johnny Depp's daughter is the shorter one. But
from
Gotcha.
the Weekend TV show, by the way.
yeah, we don't need to
We
bring that
don't
one
need to
up.
bring that one up.
We don't need to
That
bring.
one was not
Yeah.
good.
That's a great
Um,
show, just saying.
but oh
Can I
god,
say about the gas station scene? The way
yeah,
that Wallace was acting was like a complete fucking like generic. Like they could have made
yeah.
like a typical like American dick to like represent a country. That's what
Mhm.
it just represented.
Yeah.
And he wrote the he wrote the fucking
That was
the
funny.
Yeah.
on the lady. I was like, oh my god, this is so bad.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so we see that the what I don't even know his name, the detective,
Oh,
Guy Lapointe.
yeah.
Guy
LaPont.
Lapointe.
LaPont.
I thought Johnny Depp was really funny in this role. I actually knew he was in this because I'd seen the director Kevin Smith. He said that like he offered it thinking like, oh, he's not going to accept this, and Johnny's agent was like, oh no, he likes weird stuff like this, like, and he does, like, he does weird movies and so weird
That's what shocked me
characters.
too. I didn't when it got to the very end of the movie. I said, "Oh my god, Kevin Smith directed this shit. Like this is like I did
Hmm.
not expect him to like his direction." And like I guess I missed the beginning, but I'm like, this is a fucking A24 film too. It's wild.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude, I
It's
was gonna bring that
crazy.
up. Yes, I
Hey,
couldn't
this is
believe it.
2014 A24
Yeah, yeah.
though.
This is before their dominance
Yeah.
They
nowadays.
were trying to get into the creepy.
It's valid. I mean, they took risk, and
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Some people might call this a cult classic of Tusk.
I think it is. It
uh,
has.
well, I'm not gonna say cult classic, but it's got a cult following for
And
sure.
Yeah.
definitely.
But yeah, so this is my favorite part. I thought he was really funny in these flashback scenes. I thought Howard was really funny in the flashback scene when he plays like a simple dude. Yeah, oh, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I
But
had to turn on the fucking subtitles because I was like, I have no idea what is being said right now.
bro,
The
it
accent
was
was
really
so
funny.
strong.
This is the part where I fall asleep in.
Oh,
It was
It,
the flashback between Howard and the detective. It just
mhm.
lost. I think it just kept on going too long, and I just
it
passed out.
it took like a tone shift for me at that point. It
hmm
felt like more like okay, we're getting away from like the less serious part of like finding Wallace, and it got to like
hmm
more like whimsical and like funny type. Because I was fine at the diner scene. That's what because this is what I'm talking about. Like the diner scene kind of dragged on a little bit too long.
yeah,
I
I
thought they would
did.
have a quick conversation, but it just kept going and going.
hmm
Like while he's like doing all this goofy ass stuff with his food. But I thought it
Yeah,
would be a little bit shorter and then get into that story. But that story even was even longer than the actual
yeah.
diner scene. So yeah,
No,
that's where it lost me too.
I fully agree. Like when they were sitting there, I was like, okay, this is it's a cameo. And then it's like, oh wait, this is not just a cameo. And then when he went, yeah, into the other story, that's when I was like, oh my
Hmm.
God, this is gone for a long time. This is a role. This isn't a
Yeah.
cameo. And so, yeah, I thought this scene, I liked it, but yeah, it went on for too long.
Hmm.
You guys are right. I feel like they're just filling time to make
And
this movie.
in
Yeah.
that point they used like if they put a different type of like more eerie suspenseful music, I think it would have been better. But they
hmm
were using some goofy ass like
hmm
I don't know, like French music, or was it going on in the background like it was like like a Sherlock Holmes or Elaine Holmes movie? Like that's
Yeah.
what it was giving at that point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I just thought like it had two different tones, like you were saying. Like
Hmm.
it would be some Wallace scenes are dark, and then the
Hmm.
other scenes are whimsical and like kind of funny-ish. And then at the beginning of Wallace, it was like funny-ish, like or trying to be, but like it's
Maybe
not
we're taking this too
serious.
seriously. Maybe.
Maybe we are, but I don't know. I mean, Kevin Smith's supposed. It's like he's a funnier director. Like his
Hmm.
movies are comedies, basically. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because I didn't
It,
think stuff was
it
over
either
the
or.
top.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like Howard's weirdness was like the perfect level of
Yeah,
weirdness that we
I
should
Me
have
agree. I
too.
stayed.
agree.
And
Yeah.
then like LaPointe's weirdness was just like an
Too
extra
much.
step that was just like,
Yeah.
okay. If it
Yeah.
was just a cameo, I think that would have been fine. If he was just in
Yeah.
that diner scene, that would have been okay. But then yeah, he just kept on being in
I
it.
hmm
feel like if they introduced him like you also had like a cameo and then Howard ends up like killing him like in with a tusk or something, that would have been
hmm
funny. But he
Yeah.
just like he was a main character at that point.
Yeah. And so at this point, the Alley, Teddy, and Guy are all searching for Wallace, and they think they have the trail. And Wallace is still hanging out with Howard. They're swimming together, and we just keep seeing Howard say like humans are evil, humans are destructive. And we also find out that Howard's done this 23 other times,
That's
or at
what I was
least has
shocked at.
killed 23 people at least.
Yeah.
And we even see a corpse of an old walrus person in the
Hmm.
bathtub or the tank.
That part
Um,
did shock me, I'm not gonna lie.
It
yeah,
did. I
Because I
wish we
thought
stayed in that more
yeah.
atmosphere more.
me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I thought like Wallace was probably like his first time fully being able to do it
hmm
completely. But then when we did see like the corpse at the bottom of the water, I was like, oh, okay, this man, he ain't joking around. He knows what he's doing.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. When he was sewing the body together and they showed the body parts, I was like, wait, are those Wallace's body parts? Or I couldn't remember, and you can't tell. It's like there's a nose, but you can't see his nose. So I'm like, oh man.
See, that was
Um,
the second actually shocking part. What the first one that got me is when he just casually just stood up
Oh
at the end of
yes.
the dinner table. I was like,
oh
oh my god, he can fucking walk, this damn deceiver. I was not expecting him to stand up at all. I thought he
yeah,
was gonna be in the wheelchair the whole movie.
yeah.
Because they
No,
kept
that was
emphasizing
crazy.
it. Like they kept doing those camera turns where he's like slowly turning like this, maybe
Mhm.
to know like it's fake, but like you would have never picked up on like he could stand.
Yeah, no. I thought that was kind of like he just does it, like he
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
and it's like it's just like what, and then yeah, man. But yeah, no, Howard was good in this movie, man. But Then we see that LaPont and his team are really close to Howard, and they discover where Wallace is being held. And while they're trying to break in, Howard dresses himself up as a walrus and says that as true walruses, to be a true walrus, you have to defend yourself. You have to let loose of your animal instinct and kill me, or you will be killed.
I was not expecting that. I thought they were about to fuck right there. Well, they did the dancing part first, and I got
Mhm.
like PTSD from Splice last week. I'm like, okay, they're dancing, then they're gonna fuck. That's how
Yeah.
that whole thing I thought. And then he was gonna like bring out like the bone thing at that point, and he's like, all right,
Mhm.
we're gonna do this.
Mhm. I actually, I was gonna bring that up. So they don't show it, they don't say it, but when he's getting out the water, like they show that he's naked, and you just
Mm.
see tears coming down from Wallace's face. So I don't know if that was like them trying to say, "Oh, like something happened," or
Uh,
even though Laplante said he doesn't do it to his victims, so
yeah.
I'm assuming nothing happened. But I just thought that was interesting. I was like, "Wait, did he do it? Did he?"
Mm.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
think for
"Man."
Wallace at that point, it's just like I can't do anything. This man's like literally making me dance with him because he
Mhm.
couldn't do anything. He couldn't swim in the water at all by himself.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was really like really good, like psychological. Like I was putting myself in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
man, I would probably break down. Like I know I would.
Hmm.
Like, yeah. And so this is where we see Wallace finally let loose of that animal instinct to become the full walrus, and he kills Howard. Howard tried to cheat, by the way, dude.
Yeah.
Dude tried.
Dude,
It was getting was losing, and then he's like, "I'm gonna do my true form," which actually I liked because then it shows like the deceitfulness of humans and like
mhm.
like the evilness and yeah.
Dude was like a walrus transformer. He went to
Yeah.
his battle
Mhm.
mode.
Yeah. And so we see Wallace kill Howard, stabbing him with his tusk, and this is where the group of three walk in, and his girlfriend's just devastated, crying, doesn't know what's going on. I mean, if you guys walked in on that, that would, oh my God,
Nah.
I
that'd
would
be
have shot it.
crazy.
I would have shot it right there.
Yes. Did you guys think that LaPont was going to kill him? I thought he was.
I thought he was.
I thought Teddy was gonna kill him.
Mm,
Mm.
Because I think
mm.
his I was like, okay, his girlfriend's gonna see him. She's gonna like be having a breakdown, and Teddy's just gonna be like, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't think so because he was already afraid of the gun. He didn't want to pick up the gun earlier, so I didn't. That didn't
Hmm.
even cross my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And so, this was so messed up, dude. This was so messed up. We fast forward a year later, and we see Teddy and Allie walking into this animal sanctuary, where we see that Wallace is still walrus, and is in a tiny ass cage, dude. He's locked up. And I was like, I had so many questions. I just had to just say in my head, okay, I guess they couldn't save him. Like they couldn't cut him out of the walrus suit.
Well, I
mhm.
kind of expected they want to be able to like reconstruct him back to a human form, but for him to continue acting like a walrus, I was like, I don't know why he's continued. Like maybe he has so much psychological trauma. He just has to be a walrus because Howard told him to. But I'm like, you were barely a walrus probably for like 2 or 3 days.
Hmm.
You, I know you ain't that committed. There's no way.
Dude,
I'm
yeah,
just
and I
getting
like how
sympathy points.
Teddy was like, "You can be yourself. You don't have like you can be yourself, Wallace." And it's like, oh my
Yeah.
god. And so, but we do see that Wallace does still have some human side of him, because we see a nice little scene where Allie says that her grandpa told her that people cry because it makes them human. It differentiates them from animals.
Mm.
I thought that was good. I like that line.
They saved the best line for last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the best line in the whole movie.
yeah. I thought that was good. And then we see as Teddy and Allie walk away that Wallace starts to cry. Um, and so we do see him have like a human side to him. Still, he's not fully gone. But I was just like, they couldn't cut this man out of the suit. Like I know it's stitched to him, but like, like he could have had scars everywhere. But
Hmm.
oh man. So yeah, and that was the end of our movie. It was. Like I said, it was good. Or actually, no, it wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't. It
It's
wasn't Splice level terrible for me.
Oof.
yeah, no, it
So this
wasn't.
one, so this one has to be higher than
Mhm.
Splice for you.
Well,
Just logically thinking.
Adam, you want to go first? Tell me what it has to be higher for you, apparently, because you gave Splice
Yeah,
a one.
I did. I
Damn.
did give it a one. If Maynard didn't know that,
Oh yeah, Maynard, spoiler.
That's
He gave it a
1 out of
one.
10.
yeah,
Crazy
Oh
work.
God.
it was that bad. And Maynard, you can check out. You can add
Yeah.
some views to our
Ah,
account. You can watch
Yep.
it. But for this movie, it Tusk was actually not like a terrible watch. I mean, definitely quoting what Austin said last week is one of those movies that you can put on the background, and this was not that crazy compared to Splice. um, I will be giving this one a 3.5 out of 10. And it's like
oh.
a little bit below like not below average, but it's like so it's whatever movie.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just piggyback off of that, Adam. I was thinking about it and I was like, which one would I rather rewatch, this one or Splice? And
Mm,
honestly, they're around the same thing. So I'm gonna
no.
give this movie a 4 out of 10, just like I gave Splice.
Mm,
It was the if it was only the second, like if they would have maintained a tone, I think this movie could have been at least probably a 6, maybe.
mhm,
But just the balance, the inconsistency with the tones, um, the and really that was it. Like I didn't like the beginning of the film. I didn't like Wallace at the beginning or Justin Long at
mhm.
the beginning, but yeah, it's really the inconsistency with the tone really just threw like made me not like this movie. So yeah, I would give it a
It's us
four out of
too with
ten.
the tones. Last week was the tone of Elsa flipping back
Hmm.
and forth in personality was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, that was. But yeah, I'd give it a 4. Maynard, what you got?
For me, like so I did say earlier that there's a quote that's basically the
Oh yes.
basis of this movie. And this quote is from Howard, and it's literally him just saying, "Is men indeed a wars at heart?" That's
Bro,
the basis of this movie.
when he said that, dude, I didn't mean to cut you off. You go,
No,
Maynard.
no,
What
no.
you got?
Go. I'm just like, because like my girlfriend said, like, people have said it's a psychological thriller, blah blah blah. And I thought it was gonna be something deeper, and there is, like, like he does
Mhm.
hate humans for the way he was like treated when he was a child, and then he did turn Wallace into a Walrus to kind of like redeem Mr. Tusk because like he did kill him 10 seconds before he got saved. But
Mhm.
that quote, that's like, is men indeed a Walrus at heart? It's wild.
Top
It's a
tier,
wild. It's a
Mhm.
wild quote and like a wild basis for this movie to happen.
Dude. When I was sitting on the couch. And like there's a build up too. There's like a major build up,
Yeah.
and he's giving out all these quotes throughout the whole movie. These deep quotes. He's like, "There's one question that has plagued man since the beginning." And then he says, "Does man have the heart of a walrus?" I'm like, "Oh my
Uh,
god, that was so bad that it was so good." Actually, I don't
Those
even think it was
bars.
bad. I think it was so. I think
It
it was
was it
so
was
good.
good.
Yeah, it
it was
was
it,
good.
it it's a good quote, but it's
It
like
is,
so bad that this is the basis of the movie.
bro.
It's not
Dude,
him trying to be like weird or something. It's just him. It's like, I just want to see if man has the heart of a
And guess what?
walrus.
It impacted Wallace so much that he stayed a walrus for
Whoa,
the
whoa,
rest
yeah,
whoa,
of the
whoa!
yeah.
No,
film.
he's still
He
human
was a
though.
walrus at heart.
He's still a human
Uh,
at heart.
he's still
Yeah,
human.
I even turned around to see if Rayleigh even heard that. I was like, "Did you hear that?" And I was like, "That was so funny." Um,
Uh,
but your final ranking?
I give it a 4.5 out of 10.
Hmm.
Uh, and a good portion of that rating just goes to Howard's performance.
Yeah.
And honestly, in quotes like that beginning scene of him and Wallace really carried the movie for me.
Hmm.
I would say also, I wasn't here last week for the Splice review.
Hmm.
A 1 is crazy, Adam.
Yeah.
That movie is not that terrible. It's
It's not
bad.
bad.
It's bad, but it's not that terrible. It's not a 1 out of 10 type of movie.
Mm-mm.
It's Slender Man type bad.
No, no. It's
Maynard, you want
Adrian
to give your rating?
Brody
You want to
for
give your
Splice.
rating? Yeah.
I give Splice a 6. I seen it like two, three
Oh.
times growing up.
Ooh, man.
I
Oh my
Oh.
I
god.
found the movie creepy. I will say the weirdest part about the movie, it's the sex scene between Adrian Brody and literally the creature.
Mhm.
You
And then
still
at the
gave it
end,
a 6?
and
That's
then at
crazy.
the end when she is pregnant, I think,
Mm.
right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It
Adam, we
okay.
could have
That
brought him down if
Oh
we could have
man.
convinced him that it was definitely at
no.
least four.
We had a whole like thing 15-minute section that was just talking about why this was a stupid ass scene in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I would I've seen it 2 to 3 times. To be fair, I was like 14 when I saw it. So for me, like that movie was creepy. So I haven't seen it
Mm,
since then though. That's
yeah.
been like 13 years.
Yeah, Elsa's a
But yeah.
bitch, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, everybody, that was our Tusk movie review. Was it bad? That's up to you guys. You guys watch it and hit us up in the comments. Do you agree with us? Do you think it was good? Do you think it is a cult classic? And so, do you find the tones funny or don't you? But let us know in the comments. Our next bad review, do we have that already set up,
Uh
Adam? Do you
yes,
remember
it's
the
gonna be
name?
Would You Rather.
Would you
Mm.
rather? Yes.
Mhm.
Would you rather? So I'm excited to rewatch that. I watched that when I was younger, like a teenager, like 14, 15. I've never watched it since, but I remember being entertained by it because it's kind of crazy, but I really don't remember. So
I've never seen it, so first time
Yeah,
yeah.
me
watch.
neither.
So be on the lookout for that. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
See you.
See you guys.